imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at that Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy Agency will guide you. Provide funding. Yes, sister, provide funding. Plus training to run your business profitably. Yo, go online now to start living the St. Lucian dream. Just one click and boom, you're in business.
Good afternoon, St. Lucia, and welcome to another edition of Youth Unplugged right here on RCI Radio Caribbean International 101.1 FM, the Caribbean Sound, brought to you by the Youth Economy Agency, turning those talents and passions into a viable business for you young people. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to a truly gifted young man. But before I do that, let me bring back my quote of the week. And this one is from a song called The Sunscreen Song. I call it the modern day Desiderata. And it says, it says something about the youth. And I think some of the words in it are very, very pertinent. And I forgot to make sure, I want to quote it correctly. I want to make sure I have it. And it's from Baz Luhrmann and called Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen. And those of you who know the Desiderata, the words within this song are quite as profound as the Desiderata. And it says, enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Or never mind, you will understand the power and beauty of your youth until they have faded. But trust me, in 20 years, you look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. And a little addition, you are not as fat as you imagined. All right. So my guest today, like I said, a very truly gifted young man. He's just 18 years old, but already he's made his mark as a multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, and composer. He plays the keyboard, percussion, steel pan, and guitar, and with his perfect pitch, he can learn and perform songs by ear. What makes his journey even more inspiring is that he is neurodivergent. He is a neurodivergent artist. And for those who may not be familiar with neurodivergence, it simply means that his brain works a little differently. But those differences can bring out incredible creativity, talent, and perspective. Kyan Gabriel has embraced this uniqueness and turned it into strength. His original composition, This Is Me, is a celebration of identity, empathy, and self-expression. He has performed at Asu Square, the Junior Jazz Festival, the Lagos Boat Show, and Ronald Boo Hingson's Show the World Showcase. My dad's a big fan of that. Mm-hmm. He's also a member of the St. Lucia Junior Orchestra, a peer mentor at the St. Lucia School of Music, and gives back by visiting senior citizens and sharing his gift of music with them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, help me welcome to the program Kyan Gabriel.
Thank you so much for having me in company with you, Miguel.
Thank you. And alongside Kyan, of course, is his proud mother, Mrs. Geraldine Lendor Gabriel, the mayor of Castries. Yeah. Welcome to you.
Thank you for having both of us here, in fact.
Yes. Yes. It's good to have you here. And, you know, we're going to start off quickly because we do want to play your song. And I've heard it, and I think it's very beautiful, very inspiring. And my first question to you is, when did you first realize you loved music?
Well, first of all, let's try and go back to the earliest. Mm-hmm. So when I was at the age of 3, I went onto my father's piano as a form of singing, playing, arranging, composing, just those. And it has motivated me to have a first real performance. And my first real performance was at the Camille Henry Memorial School when I was aged 6, playing the national anthem for our No, I Love This Land, sorry, excuse me on that, in front of the audience. and I've been applauded from the Community Henry Memorial School students, sorry, and that's just motivated me to perform on big occasions.
Great. Now, what instrument do you enjoy playing the most and why?
Well, first of all, I played the piano, the percussion, whether it's drums or anything, the guitar, and sometimes the steel pan, but I'd more likely stick with the guitar because I felt inspired by our very own Ronald Bohinkson, who is St. Lucia's best ever guitarist.
So you take your inspiration from Boo.
Yes.
So this is where your love for the guitar, that's your favorite instrument.
Yes.
And it's funny. I met you. I think Madam Mayor probably about a week or two after your friend Canis was on here, and I after we spoke, I said I must have you on the show. I'm so glad it's come to fruition because you seemed very excited about Canis's success, and that in itself was very impressive as a young man, enjoying and embracing the success.
I was truly surprised from.
All right. Now, tell us about your original song, This Is Me, and what it means to you. And after we answer that question, I'm going to play that song.
Okay. So what it means is that from that song, This Is Me, it means I'm not broken, I'm just unique, I'm just the way I am. And with that being said, people have to understand that even though I'm different, I'm just unique, I'm not broken. And apart from that, they also have to understand that they have to treat each other respectfully and carefully as they're about to recognize my success, in fact.
All right. Now, with that, I mean, before we get into the song, it covers themes that would have been personal to you. Having grown up, let's just use the term different for a bit of example. Having grown up with neurodivergence, did you face any... talk about some of the challenges that you may have faced while growing up.
I feel for some of the challenges I faced, it's probably how would you say?
Take your time.
It's probably creating my own song using the GarageBand. I know that might be quite of a challenge, but I somehow found a way to overcome it by just downloading it and I just got started with it.
Okay. All right. So, folks, we are going to play Kyan's song, This Is Me. It was written and composed and sung by him, and of course it speaks to accepting each other, accepting him as someone who may be seen as different from the average person, but like everyone else, he goes through the same feelings, the love, the challenges, the heartbreak that we all go through. So let's hear This Is Me.
Say
Oh yeah, and that was my guest right now, Kyan Gabriel, and his song "This Is Me," and that is so beautiful. I was just saying off the mic that this would make a nice theme song for an advert or a promo for the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. I'm listening to it now. You know, it reminds me of Madam Mayor. Kyan would not have remembered. I remember the sickle cell advert, "Give the child a chance."
Yes,
I'm
yes.
hearing this, and I'm just,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
just
yes,
thinking.
yes.
Thinking that vibe. You know, congratulations.
Yes,
And like your mom said, tell me more. You're working on other songs at this point?
Yes.
Really? So do you have any idea, or give us a little idea of what the other song, any of the other songs are about?
Well, I feel they are all about
Thank you, teacher.
thank you, teacher.
Is one.
And
Why
the
you
other one
writing
would be
thank you, teacher?
Yeah, why
to
do you
thank the teachers for shaping who I am. And apart from that, who also for also giving me multiple chances of performing together with the band sometimes. Like for example, the junior jazz anything. When they saw my potential.
They brought you along.
Yeah.
Right now, even while we're on that, and you mentioned the teachers, of course, despite the challenge of the neurodivergence, you have been able to succeed at your CXC exams. You attended the Corinth Secondary School,
Yeah.
right? And you did. Tell us more about your CXCs. How many subjects you did?
I have all 7 CXC subjects so far, which includes information technology and music.
That's wonderful. Do you plan on making a career out of music?
Well, yeah, I already have one. It's called Kyan Gabriel Music.
Nice. I think we do have that information there. And we're going to give you a little promo later, but that's great. So what does Kyan Gabriel Music do? What do you play private parties, or tell us more about it?
Well, I just want to be there to compose and also arrange my song as I said.
All right. And of course, our Facebook Live. And if you have any messages, questions for Kyan, the number is 724-0008. You could just send a WhatsApp. But to our friends over on the Facebook Live, Tekla Paul, good afternoon to you, my darling. She says, hi, Migs. Kelvin Charles, my brother, manners and respect, like you say. And Sherry Blossom says, loving it. She's loving the song. So congratulations on that. So before we get into some questions for your mom, you performed at some big national events. Which performance has been your favorite so far?
Well, my favorite so far has been Show the World.
I knew you'd say that.
Hinkson,
I knew
which
you'd say
was which has taken place in November 2024.
Yes.
Where I was truly inspired by Honorable Hinkson, where he invited me to perform in front of the audience on stage, along with his band, in fact. Well, Bo Hingson's band, I will call it.
All right. My dad is a big fan of Boo, and so am I, particularly True Tones Day. So, Brother Boo, Ronald Boo Hinkson, you are a gem. You remain a gem and a staple in the development of music among our young people on St. Lucia. So it's really lovely to hear that we have another talented young man who has seen you as a mentor. Good afternoon to Mrs. Richardson. She says, Bonjour Shorty, I'm locked in, sending love to my husband Doad. I hope you send love to my guest, Kyan Gabriel. Send some love, because we're going to play that song after the show. We're going to, hopefully we get to play that song again before the show ends. Now, our last question in this part of the segment, Kyan. Oh, she sends you a big kiss to your guest. Mrs. Richardson sends a big kiss to your guest.
Whoa.
You see, he's blushing right now. All right. Okay, fine. We have 2 more questions, actually. You also, like we said in your bio, you've also visited senior citizens to share your music. Why is that important to you?
Well, it's important because first, our objective is to bring some love and happiness to whoever is making a contribution to our country and to our nation, and restore peace and love to whoever remembers us. For example, where we went there on Sunday to just bring some love and happiness to the.
Where did he go? Which home did he go to?
He went to the home of Mrs. Isaac, who was a former PS, and her daughter Elma Jean died.
Oh, yes.
So we went there on Sunday. We've gone to Knoll Yard.
Miss Yard. Oh, my teacher at Anglican.
Yes, so we go out and
that's wonderful.
It brings a lot of joy. Mrs. Stephen at Georgeville. So we just go different communities, people. The number 7214384 if they want somebody to bring some love. This week I go to a former teacher of mine, another former teacher. Just go out and instead of him just playing and just do it,
with no purpose.
Brings out the love and
it's amazing, and it is really heartwarming to hear that, because when we look at the care for the elderly within our society, it's not often that you'd find young people ready to take up that mantle and take charge, and bring some cheer to them. So it really warms my heart to hear that. I'm sure that our listeners and viewers right now are really embracing this kind. Kudos to you. It really is, tear-jerking and heartwarming. Our final question in this segment, what is your biggest dream in music?
Well, my biggest dream would be looking to perform on the big stage, which is at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. If there is by any chance.
Well,
but it's about my own songs, and once I have it, we'll see what happens.
Right. So I'm making that call out now to our Director of Tourism, the Honorable, my friend, Thaddeus Antoine, and our Minister for Tourism, the Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire. We have a very talented young man, homegrown Kyan Gabriel, who is ready, willing, and ready to perform at Main Stage Jazz. And we're not taking that lightly. We are going to advocate for you here at RCI. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to get back into the second segment of our half-hour program. We have just about 10 minutes left. Reminding you that the Youth Unplugged is brought to you by our friends over at the Youth Economy Agency, turning those talents and interests into viable businesses.
Imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at that Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy Agency will guide you. Provide funding. Yes, sister, provide funding. Plus training to run your business profitably. Yo, go online now to start living the St. Lucian dream. Just one click and boom, you're in business.
All right, welcome back to Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Youth Economy Agency. And I have to give the Youth Economy Agency a plug up. Shout out to our friends over there. Crystal is not there anymore. She has taken on other duties elsewhere. But to my friend Brian, who I've known a long time, who is the managing director, the general manager, keep doing what you're doing over there. I've seen so many young people benefit and continue to benefit from not only the grant funding, but obviously the associated training and assistance provided to their respective businesses, courtesy the Youth Economy Agency, and that training is free. It is free. Shout out to our government and the Prime Minister. Happy birthday, Mr. Prime Minister. Happy birthday, PM, and the Honorable Wayne Gerard for this initiative, because we really are seeing the benefits of it. And we have seen musicians. We have had your friend, Candice was there, but we've had Jason Steelpan, who was actually financed by the Youth Economy Agency. He has his own steel pan business where he plays, and he's one of those beneficiaries of the Youth Economy Agency. So, Madam Mayor, to you, before we get to the quick rapid fire round, we have 9 minutes left. As a mother, where did you first notice Kyan's gift for music?
Actually, sometime in November 2010. It was the day after Thomas.
He was 3 years old.
He was 3 years.
3 years.
And I said to my husband, we must really teach the boys to play the national anthem. The dad was just filling in the keys.
Mm-hmm.
He walked up, wiped his hands off the keyboard,
mm-hmm.
and played the national anthem. and we were like, whoa, where did that come from? So it just like blew us.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Now we have something in common. I did do music in growing up, but then when it comes to things like the piano, I could play by ear. I honestly could ask you where the keys are, just play by ear. But of other instruments, the recorder, these things, I could do it. So I really appreciate, that ear for music. For you personally, and of course your husband and your family, what has the journey been like supporting a neurodivergent child with such extraordinary talent?
It made it easier. The talent made it easier. The talent allowed us to identify, well, he's different. Although he's different, he have those gifts. We didn't know whether it was actually ever going to fit in any space, but we just felt that it allowed him to just be him and for us to actually support him. It has been a good journey, very, very good journey. And I think it's because we accepted him from the onset. And we didn't believe that the world should necessarily accept him. But we had to accept him, we had to support him, and we had very good support coming out of our approach to it. So when you ask him what were his challenges, it didn't seem much because he accepted himself, we accepted him, we expected nothing from anybody else except to just be themselves with him. If they're not kind, we accept it. If they're very kind, we embrace it. So it's really the bottom line is the acceptance and understanding that we'd actually take him through the journey. Initially, the recommendation was to send him to Donata. We felt that he could read. At 3.5, he could read by himself. He could write. He could do a lot of things. So let's try the mainstreaming. And the ministry was quite, Miss Augustine of the Ministry of then Special Ed, embraced it. The principal of Balata accepted him. The teachers had their challenges initially bringing a neurodivergent child for the first time, but they moved along and they really embraced it. So it has been a good journey, and for me, it speaks to what can happen. Our system, if all of us play our part, parents, schools, ministry, everybody play their part, I think it is possible.
I know I'm so emotional this afternoon. We see a tear coming down, but I want to say kudos to our education officials and our teachers at the Balata Primary School for being accommodating and understanding. Because our future can be shaped in many ways, and we cannot all be the same. Otherwise, it will just be this one. Life is not black and white, and the gray is what makes it interesting. All right, so how do you see music shaping his future?
I think one of the things that has happened is that because the school, current secondary school, took him through the process of understanding what his strengths and weaknesses are. When he chose his subject, No guidance. He chose his subject. He went through a process with the school. They identified what his strengths and weaknesses are, allowed him to work with them in terms of that. And that happened for all the students. But it came out very positive for him. And he chose music, he chose IT, he chose accounting. The subjects that he chose were good. And so now at this point in time, he's actually gained acceptance into an online university.
Wonderful.
To do IT and cybersecurity. And his music ties in, because this arrangement that he has there actually, his teacher, Mr. Celestine, exposed him to a program called GarageBand.
Yeah.
And it is that he's been using to help him create.
That's wonderful. Single up to the Sanya Prosper. She says, "Hi, Miguel. Blessed day to you." And our final question for you before we get into the quick rapid fire round: what message would you give to other parents raising neurodivergent children?
The children are different. The children are not a burden. They are a gift that God has given to you, that you have a duty to take care of to the best of your ability, that you should never you should never feel ashamed. You should never feel less. As a parent, I had experience of people who were coming up to my face to tell me how unmannerly my child was when he was not behaving, or he was going through his own challenge, and I accepted that it would affect society, it would affect people, and I was not defensive at all, and actually used it to help him understand that it's not good, see how it's impacting other people. So reach out, I'm always open to a dialogue with anybody who wants to learn from the experience, but I understand every child is not the same. And if we work with each other, if we embrace what is available, we identify what the challenges are. I understanding that the ministry has moved to create people who can provide support, because initially Kyan went in with a full-time support from kindergarten to grade 4, and that helped because people didn't bully him. He's not bullied. He's good. He's in a good space. He could speak about himself and who he is, because he has been accepted. He has been kept in positive environment. If the child is in an environment where people are not supportive and not nice to that child, do not force the child onto the person. The person doesn't understand. Appreciate that the person doesn't understand, and don't angry. Don't feel that you have to bulldoze, because they eventually become their own voice. They can speak, and they can show the world that they can contribute.
Yeah, and the environment, of course, does have a lot to play for the environment you're raised in. So you and your husband seem to have done a pretty excellent job.
And treat them well. If you treat them bad, others will treat them bad. And they will treat other people bad as well.
All right. So we have just about a little over a minute left, close to 2 minutes. And this is our rapid fire round where you answer the questions, the first thing that comes to your head. Right, Kyan? So you ready? I think we already know that answer, but you said so. But your favorite instrument?
Yeah, my favorite instrument would more likely be the guitar.
Okay. Favorite food?
My favorite food will be rice and lentils together with chicken and sometimes salad.
Yes, lentils. Once it's lentils, rice and lentils. We have that down. Artists you look up to? I think I know the answer, but
I would more likely look up to Ronald Bohingston, as he inspired me to perform on special occasions.
Big up Boo once again to you, my brother. A song you could play every day and never get tired of.
Well, I'll more likely perform that song, This Is Me, but apart from This Is Me, there can also be Thank You Teacher.
Thank You Teacher. Yeah, I agree with that.
As I would kindly thank them for bringing me
to where you are right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and dream place you'd love to perform? Although I think you said that, but it might be somewhere else.
Well, apart from that, but I might also try and perform at the Harper Club too by any chance.
All right, my brother. And finally, one word to describe yourself.
Well, apart from the fact that I'm just unique, I'm just helpful.
Helpful. Love that. All right. So it's been a wonderful afternoon. It has been really wonderful with Kyan Gabriel and his mom, Madam Mayor, Mrs. Geraldine Lendor Gabriel. Kyan, you are proof that talent, passion, and purpose know no boundaries, and your story is an inspiration, not to just young musicians, but to all of us. I'm sure you would have seen the tears coming down. If you would like to support or book Kyan for a performance, listen, take note, whether it's for a community event, a family occasion, or to bring joy to senior citizens, you can reach him at Gabriel Kyan 78. That's Gabriel, regular spelling, Kyan 78 at gmail.com, or call 721-4384. On behalf of all of us at Radio Caribbean International, thank you for sharing your journey and your music with us today. This has been Youth Unplugged. I'm Miguel, and I'll see you again next Thursday at 3 p.m. Reminding you that it is brought to you by the Youth Economy Agency, turning those hobbies into a talent. Until next week, see you.
But imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at that Friday.